I'm starting my vlog on Sunday, even though I finished my last vlog on Sunday, just to get a little bit of a head start on the weekend actually, because we are doing something this week. Normally I do the same thing every single day, and I'm just a little bit worried about vlogging or starting vlogging because I don't actually do that much. I'm just doing the dishes as we speak, by the way. But today we're going to get out in the house and go get a coffee, do some mum stuff. This year's been really challenging for me mentally. My actual goal for the year was to have sort of like not really any goals in terms of achieving more or doing more or growing my business. Like, I really wanted to shift my focus on to being more present, spending more time with my family, and like really stepping into my mum era. And I guess I'll talk about this like more. I had like a pretty hectic 2.5 years of like building my business right while I was juggling like newborn life, as well as like competing or getting into competing and building my online coaching business. And it was really challenging. I kept putting like more expectations on myself to do more. I never took public holidays off. I worked in the weekends. Like, I was just so burnt out the back end of last year, and we had a holiday booked, and that was the first time that I actually I still did work, but not near as what, like I went to Europe last year for 4 weeks and I worked the whole time. I was getting up at 4 a.m. every day working. It was really stressful. I didn't enjoy my time with my family. I felt like I was letting my clients down. I had a lot of anxiety. I was trying to navigate my reverse diet. It was just really not fair. It has an impact on my family and how I wanted to show up as like a parent. And yeah, it's just a real shame like looking back at it, situation that I sort of put myself in. Of course, like it's all a learning opportunity, and when you do have a business, like these are the sacrifices that we do have to make. I do believe like everything comes in seasons. It's not like to say that it's going to be that hard all the time, but it's also not going to be easy. Like there's going to be seasons of hustle, and there's also going to be seasons of like ease and flow. So my goal for this year was to actually work less and be more present with my partner, with my family, and enjoy what I have created rather than chasing more. But it has been really, like, I don't know if people ever really talk about it, but when you're chasing growth all the time, and like especially if it's in a business sense and you're seeing like numbers go up and like engagement go up, and that's how you track and measure your progress, to actually take a step back and see those numbers go down. It's really mentally tough, and then also just the expectation you hold yourself accountable to. It's really hard to navigate. Like I felt like this whole year, I'm failing, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm shit, like nobody's listening, nobody's watching, my business growth has gone down. Like I felt really horrible to myself, but I have really notice a huge difference in my relationship and my parenting, and those things are what my goal for this year ultimately was to improve. And I was saying this to Henry yesterday. I said, I feel like a fucking failure. Like I feel like I'm really failing this year. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I feel like I'm really struggling. And he was like, well, what was your goal for this year? He's like, your goal wasn't any of that. Your goal was actually to do what you're doing now. And he's right. Like he was so right. And it's actually quite funny because like he's in his growth era at the moment, whereas like the last 2 years it was more so me, and then this year has been like he's done so amazing with his business. So I have also sort of had to step up a little bit, just in terms like I'm solo parenting for the next four Sundays. As you know, like if you're a mom, family time is really valuable, and yeah, if you are solo parenting every weekend for weeks on end, and like God bless all the women that are single moms, people who have partners that work away, like it's not for the faint-hearted, I can tell you that. But yeah, things just get a little bit more tricky to manage sometimes, especially if you do have like goals and a business to run yourself. But no, I'm really proud of him and everything that he's focused on and he's achieving this year, and I'm so happy to support him. Yeah, it's actually been really cool to see, and like I guess I feel like I've sort of been living through him. But on the other side of things, like it's hard when you take a step back and your partner's like taking 10 steps forward and you feel like you're not growing together. Like he's growth, and I'm like, I just want to sit here and like be present and enjoy what I've got and like be a mum. And then you get that and you're like, fuck, I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough, blah blah blah. Anyway, so that's where my head has been at. So we had every intention of leaving the house. Any mum will know getting ready to leave the house is such a challenge. Put everything in the car, got everything ready to go, packed the lunches, the whole works. Got to the car and there was no car seat in my car because Henry took it and put it in his car. So we're stranded at home today. But what I'm going to do is we're going to do some baking, and I'm going to make some muesli bars for the little one's lunchbox. This is my favorite recipe book in the whole entire world, and what I'll do is like I use bases of the recipes in here, and then I will like tweak it to make my own version. So I'm going to make like this, but instead of having the berry on the inside, I'm going to do apple, and it's all like refined sugar free and stuff, so it's super good ingredients. Some of the things I don't have, so I'm just going to do the best with what I've got to make these lunchbox snacks. Mondays are client check-in day. So basically I just sit here for the entirety of the day. Client check-ins, basically what I do is I get all of my clients at the end of the week to fill in a feedback form, update all their stats, update all their photos, what were their strengths, what were their weaknesses throughout the week, and I just go through, I send through any protocol changes in order to keep them moving closer to their goal. I update their program, I update their nutrition. It really just depends on what that person actually needs in order to move the needle closer to where they want to be that week. It can take me anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half to complete a check-in, just based off what that individual needs and what changes are required. But yeah, I basically spend most of the beginning of my week sat here. I've done my steps this morning. That's something that I need to get into the habit of, is just like these first few days of the week doing my steps on the treadmill before the sun even comes up. Otherwise I am just sitting here all day, and I find it like really tricky to get myself outside because I'm obviously so cold, and actually like go walk around. So that's what I'm going to do today. Midday, getting in the steps. I think I've done, actually, how many steps have I done? I have done 7,300 steps so far out of my 12,000k step goal. I've just been sat on my bum doing check-ins for the last few hours, but I'm having a little break now. The wee one has also been sent home sick from daycare, so it might be a little bit hard to get some work done this afternoon, but I've done a really good chunk of it. Had some really awesome client check-ins and some really cool conversations to start the week. I honestly just so thankful for the women that I get to work with and the clients that I do have. It's so much deeper than just what we do in the gym and what we put in our body. I really try to help my clients do the internal work and understand like how deeply everything is connected. I'm a little bit woo-woo if you don't know me. I'm a little bit spiritual, not really in like a meditation sort of sense, but I just truly believe everything is so deeply connected. Like, to give you an example, at the start of every year I make a vision board, and I put everything that I want to achieve in that year on it in the form of pictures. And this year I put like healthy food, books, family, and for some reason I put like social media, because I wanted to create content. And creating content, like I've always created content in short form on Instagram and stuff, and it's just been really raw and not perfectly curated or super aesthetic. I've always just been like a show up kind of person when it comes to Instagram, but I really wanted to be more creative and put more time and energy and effort into it. Content and like YouTube and stuff is something that I have actually always used a lot of since I was like a teenager. Like YouTube literally got me through my teens. I've always watched lots of vlogs and stuff like that, but for me it's quite a scary space. Like it is a scary space to be sharing things because it's such long format content, and like you do truly have to be very vulnerable and content within yourself to open yourself up to, you know, the opinions of other people, especially if you are going to do something like vlogging. But yeah, like I just really wanted to show up for myself. And sometimes I think, like, if something happened and nobody promises you tomorrow, like what would you regret doing? And that's why it's so important to stay true to yourself, because nobody gives a fuck if you achieve your goals or not, and nobody gives a fuck if you tick the boxes, achieve the dream board. Like the only person that it impacts is essentially you and the people closest to you. So yeah, like your goals are your goals, and the only person that misses out on them is yourself. Today I get my filler dissolved and I'm like really excited but really anxious. I was looking back at old photos of myself, and as I spoke about in my previous vlog, I spent a really long time hating myself and trying to change myself, and it was actually really emotional. And I am not an anxious, I wouldn't say I'm a super anxious person or like a overly emotional person, but I pretty much deleted and erased a whole heap of photos from myself, or like my younger self. I don't even think I really have that many photos of myself because I was so self-conscious. I did spend a lot of my life in a body that I didn't feel like was mine. I was like constantly inflamed, constantly had like really bad skin. I just didn't take care of my health. I was always doing the extremes, and so that reflected on the outside, and I was really unhappy with my appearance, of course. So I deleted most of my photos from that era, most of my teen years, most of my early 20s, and I was like trying to look back at photos of what I actually look like naturally, because I don't know. Also, I've never been healthy and been natural. Like that sounds really weird, but like I've never not had lip fillers or like changed myself. Like when I didn't have any tattoos and when I didn't have any filler or Botox or anything like that, like I never looked after myself in any way, shape or form. When I did start doing that, that was like me trying to put a band-aid on it, and then obviously over the years it progressed into more deep and meaningful intentional change that's actually internal rather than just external. But because I'm so used to the external, that's why I keep doing it. But I'm really excited to get it dissolved. I'm really scared as well because yeah, when I had to look back through those photos and stuff, it really brought up a lot of triggers for me. I nearly had a full-blown panic attack in the gym yesterday just thinking about it, because I was like, I don't want to be that person again. Like that was just, those years were just filled with so much hate and like self-destruction, negative self-talk, poor body image, and like my eyes are starting to water now talking about it. What the fuck? But yeah, like I never want to feel that way about myself again.
wow, okay, didn't know that was going to happen. This is like, you know, that classic trauma you don't really know that you have until you talk about it. But yeah, I just like, when I look back at those photos, I just remember all the pain and the hate and like how much I disliked myself, and the values that I had were just like terrible. I had terrible relationships with people around me, like, oh my god, I just like, it just was a dark time for me, essentially. So like, I'm really scared to look like that again, because I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm not that person anymore, and like, what if it makes me feel like I am? Don't know why I'm crying, but I guess again, this is the point of starting YouTube, because like, I want to be able to talk to people on a deeper level, like not just like, hey, this is my Instagram, these are my posts. Like, I want to actually be able to be relatable and show people like it's literally not all what you see on our highlight reel. Like, it's not, everyone's got their own shit. Anyways, so see, it is actually something that is quite deep for me, and yeah, I'm ready to get rid of it, and I might just get filler again, like, oops, I might just get filler again in 2 weeks time. But again, like, the whole point is I want to be more me, and not, again, like, try be someone completely different. And also, this just looks disgusting. Like, there's actually like lumps, see, there's one there and there's one there, and like, look how much filler, like, that's not okay. So she's got to go. She's not in alignment with where we're at the moment. I can't believe I just cried. But yeah, let's do it. Let's see what I look like tomorrow morning. So I'm outside, about to go into my appointment now. I'm so ready for this. I've just done my cardio, done my training session, so I don't have to go in the public eye for the rest of the day. Got a coffee, because I probably won't be able to drink coffee for the rest of the day, and I'm just having a snack. So next time you see me, my face is going to be totally different. Like, my face looks so different with my natural lips. She's done did it. So apparently it might get a bit bigger before it gets smaller, but it should sort of break down over the next 48-ish hours, the next couple of days. I just have this little ice pack that I'm trying to bring down the swelling with. To be honest, this is what my natural lips look like. My fake lips look like. Yeah. They were actually more swollen like a couple of minutes ago. I can actually sort of see some of the filler starting to go down now. It didn't, in terms of if it hurt, because so many people are like, oh my god, it's so painful, it hurts so much. It actually did not hurt at all. Like, I didn't even get numbing cream or anything, and it was absolutely fine. It was really quick, easy process. So it'll be interesting to see how my natural lips look. One thing that I do really appreciate about Kaylee at Ivy Clinic is that she is really transparent with her thoughts. And I thought today she would be like, no, like, you know, you're just imagining things. But nah, she was like, nah, let's do it. Like, let's start fresh. And when you have had filler for so long, they do say, or they do recommend, like, at some point, you know, you are going to have to get it dissolved, because this is what happens. And like, I'm really excited. I actually have already pre-booked to get more filler, because I just know myself. I don't think I will be happy without filler. Like, I just don't like, I want to enhance my natural lips. I don't want to completely change them, but previously I have just completely changed them. I've like played around with trying to make different shapes and stuff of my lips and not going with the natural shape and structure with my lips. And I think that's where I went so wrong, is like, I just wanted a pair of lips that were not mine. So I'm actually really keen for these to dissolve and for me to like have a look at my natural lip shape now, rather than try change it, actually just enhance it. So that's where we're at. I'll keep you guys updated. This is literally straight after, like, I have not even left yet. So yeah, shout out to Ivy Clinic. Okay, this next clip was pretty fucking confronting. I had just had a full-blown panic attack in the shops after catching my reflection. Just bear in mind, I have not seen my natural lips since I was 19 or 20 years old, so it wasn't so much about the way that I looked, but more so the trauma associated with those younger years that I was experiencing. Okay, maybe they're not as bad as I thought. Bit in the middle needs to go down. Good morning! I am on a day 2 of having my lip filler dissolved. It's still less than 48 hours and they're looking so much better. They're not blue anymore. Pretty much all the bruising has gone down. And this morning, I'm gonna go get a tooth. I haven't had a tooth here for multiple years, since I was like 22 years old, and I've gone through multiple bridges, but I kept snapping them and I kept having to get them redone, and it just got to the point where I was like, this waste of time. So had to bite the bullet, get an implant. It's been a really lengthy process, and today is the day. So I'm getting my eyebrows done today, I'm getting my tooth done today, I'm feeling confident about my lips today. It's just gonna be a great day, and the sky's blue, so I'm excited. I got my tooth! I got my tooth. I can smile now. I'm so happy. Oh, that has been like a massive insecurity of mine for so many years. I sound like so superficial. I'm like crying about my fucking lip fillers, and now I'm talking about my tooth, but this is a huge milestone. That afternoon, I went and did a work block in my favorite cafe / work spot, and then I went to a brow appointment. Now, I'm not normally a brow girly. I have really thin brows, but this was the best brow appointment that I've ever been to. Saturday. I just realized I didn't really do much of a proper lip update between sort of Wednesday and Friday morning. I was going through a bit of an adjustment period, and I was just feeling really anxious and weird and didn't really want to talk, or I don't know, I was just processing a lot. But I'm on day 3 now. They are significantly smaller. You can see like my natural shape has definitely come through. However, they actually are still bigger than what they originally were. So when I used to smile before I ever had lip filler and I went like this, I literally, like, I didn't have any of this. It was like all up there. I'll put a photo. But yeah, so I'm happy that some of the shape filler hasn't like gone completely back to normal, because when you do, I feel like it's called hydrolate, okay, I can't pronounce it, but the stuff that they put in your mouth to dissolve your filler, it breaks down your body's natural, or the natural hydrochloric acid in your lips, which is what the filler also is, but it breaks down your natural one as well. So your lips do go like really wrinkly and deflated, but your body will start to naturally produce it again. I think it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for them to like fill back out and like be a bit more plump, because they just go really like papery and wrinkly and thin. They sort of feel like granny lips. But I think if a little bit plumper, I will honestly feel comfortable with them. I'm not sure. I'm sort of like, I don't know if I want to get filler or not, but we'll see. And this is what they look like with a little bit of liner on. So yeah, you can see they're like super deflated and like wrinkly. But you can also see my face is like way less puffy than it was in previous videos, which was the main reason I was like, something's not right, and it was just because the filler had migrated in my face. Good morning! It is currently Saturday morning. I am sat outside the gym in my car, and I thought I would give a little bit of a prep update, because I've also just realized this whole vlog has mainly been about my lip dissolving adventure this week, and I haven't really given too much overview over how this week is actually tracked in terms of progression in prep. So I had a really big drop on the scales this week, big for me, the biggest that I've had in a while. So I think it was about 700 grams total. I'm currently sitting at 56.3 kilos. Last week I was like mid 57s. So it's sort of like it's just dropped a big amount. And I was hovering in the 57s for a while. And to be honest, we've not really changed too much. My protocols at the moment, just to give you guys a little bit of context, is a 4-day training split. Through all of my preps, I've only done a 4-day training split. I don't actually recover very well from 5 days training. And I think a lot of us think that the more we do, the better results that we're going to get, the faster the progress is. But that's really not the case at all. So you want to focus on quality over quantity. And again, it's not how much you can do, it's how quickly you can recover from those sessions. Now, in previous preps, I haven't actually had much cardio at all. Like, I've done the absolute minimum, which has been walking on the treadmill for, I think, like 20 minutes, maximum 3 sessions per week. But I've always sort of had a higher step goal around 14k. This prep, I have started it in the depths of winter. It's -1 degree, so I'm really struggling to actually keep my step count nice and high this time around. So I've actually asked and opted for more cardio over having a step goal. So at the moment I have 60 minutes of cardio across the week. I have been doing cross trainer and I've got 12k steps as well. So sometimes I do actually have to walk on the treadmill to like drive that step count up, because when I'm indoors all day and because I work from home on a computer, I'm not really moving around that much. That actually, to be honest, the steps has probably been the most challenging part of this prep, is like actually trying to just fit those in somewhere, as well as like being a mom, juggling all my admin, that sort of thing. Things are moving well. I mainly train lower body. I've mainly been training lower body for the last 2 years. I either had 3 lower body days or 4 lower body days a week, and 1 upper session, or like just shoulders sprinkled throughout the week primarily. I might try film some of my training, but I do really struggle to film training in the gym because I feel like it's a little bit invasive and like unfair. People don't come to the gym to be filmed, so I just feel like it's not fair for people who are in the background training, minding their own business. If I'm like setting up a camera or like even with my phone, I just feel like I'm invading like their time. So what I'm actually thinking about doing moving forward to get more training content every so often is actually going to one of the new gyms that is pretty empty, I think, during the middle of the day and doing some recording there, because the gym that I go to is pretty small and pretty squished, and it just, doesn't feel right to be filming in there and like invading people's space. Because I know for some people, like even just going to the gym is a big enough deal, let alone like having somebody recording and you're like in the back of their video. It's not very comfortable. And then after my training session, I'm going to try do 20 to 30 minutes of walking on the treadmill, and then I'm going to meet up with the girls that I am coaching, my bikini girls. I've had 3 bikini athletes this year, which was a massive goal of mine. So I've got Lucy, Antonia, and Daphne. Daphne already competed maybe like 6 weeks ago, so she's about 6 weeks post-show now. She won everything. Every single class she entered, she won. She won the overall bikini, she won swimsuit, and now I've got Antonia and Lucy in their preps for, I think what are they? They must be 10 weeks out from, or 11 weeks out, 10 weeks out, 10 weeks today, 10 weeks out from ICM South Island show. So that's super exciting. I actually just booked my flights to go to Christchurch and be with them on their show today. And I'll get some content of that as well. And then we're having just a cruisy family afternoon, so I will just record some snippets of that. hard. I took massive strength regressions in that session then. Like, everything just felt so hard. I'm really struggling with my rep ranges at the moment. I still have sort of like 8 to 10 rep ranges, I think, and I don't know if it's because last week I was sick and I had a deload week, so I didn't train at all, and then this week I had my period. Now saying that out loud probably makes sense, but yeah, just really struggling to get through my training this week. Yes! The confidence on it!
Throw it in and make a wish. You throw it in. Well done.
What did you wish for? A unicorn! Out of 10, how much do you like your croissant? Like a lot?
Yeah.
Like a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Delicious?
Yeah.
Can you say delicious?
Delicious.
It was at S Club. It was at S Club 7. No Spice Girls reunion.
Kiss the mommy.
Yeah.
Balls.
The salad looks good.
Doesn't it?
Huh?
Even that looks amazing.
The chicken?
Got this sauce.
Gravy?
Oh, yeah. Chicken gravy. That actually looks unbelievable. Wow, look at chicken. Comes off the bone.
You're really passionate about it.
Wow.
10 out of 10?
It's good. It's video, isn't it?
Oh, it's right up my nozzies.
So, in today's YouTube content, we've just come out to Urban. I've got a half chicken, and it's going to come straight out of my bottom end in about 20 minutes. So stay tuned. You're going to see it come out. It's 100 miles an hour. Probably blow up the toilet. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I'm going to make a wish. Open your eyes. What did you wish for? A unicorn.
Again?